Okay, let me set this up for you. I'm working on a full detail. It's a 56 Ford F-150 custom, original, you name it, it's got it going on. But what I'm going to use it for is because it has a custom leather interior that is very dirty. And I can only hope it's going to show up, because I am going to do yet again another Lexol comparison and annihilate Lexol. Not that it's not a good product, because it is. It's just a matter of accepting its limitations, because there seems to be a huge fan base of Lexol, and rightly so, because it's a good product. It just has limitations, and that's really what I want to clarify. So, in the proper order of things, and most of you that have watched my channel know that I'm a big fan of the two Meguiar's cleaners. Now, their all-purpose cleaner is diluted 10:1. It is a concentrate. It comes in a gallon size concentrate, and I use it for virtually any type of cleaning on the interior of cars, including leather. Then I have my super degreaser. Now, super degreaser would suggest that it's mainly used for the outside or engines where it's really greasy. But I use it on the inside also, including leather. Now, it's a case by case based on the leather itself. Not all leather can hold up to that, but most modern day leather is coated with a clear coating, and therefore you are cleaning the clear coating versus true natural leather. So in the proper, or let's put this in sequential order based on effectiveness and what's the word I'm looking for? So let's put this in the proper order, sequential order based on effectiveness and strength. So we have mild, moderate, and super duty. Okay, so this is diluted down. It comes in a concentrate also. It's diluted down 4:1 for this demonstration. What I have here is leather, and it's dirty leather. I have no idea how much of this dirt's going to show up, but if you'll notice right here, I have already cleaned this with my super degreaser, and I actually had to go over it twice to get it this clean. Now you can see right here, and I'm going to go at different angles, this is very dirty compared to very clean. Clean, dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to saturate this area. Now, something that happened in my first video, and I'm going to show you, I'm squirting this Lexol, okay? It is a soupy, syrupy, gel-like liquid, okay? It is not the traditional spray like this. Okay, that's a traditional spray. This is gooey and soupy, so it's thick, and you can see it literally dripping down, okay? So I'm going to take my non-abrasive scrub pad, and I'm going to begin to scrub. And we will see what kind of results that we get. And I haven't had someone say, oh, well, you have to use warm water and you have to foam it up, otherwise it won't work. Well, I would think that if that was the way it was supposed to be used, that the directions would say that, except it says nothing about warm water. So let me take my cloth and voila. Okay, so first question, is it cleaner? Yes, it is cleaner. So does it work? Yes, it works. But guess what? This is not as clean as that. Okay? So, in the name of fairness, let me do yet another application of this gel-like Lexol, which is pH balanced. Actually, it just says pH, Lexol pH. Okay, like what the heck is that supposed to mean? It's pH what? pH balanced, pH neutral, Where on the pH scale does it reside? Are they referencing the actual chemical, or are they referencing the pH scale according to leather? And by the way, not all leather's created equal. So it's ultimately going to be a case by case. So I have yet to see a leather manufacturer tell us what the proper pH balance or scale is. Okay, but that doesn't keep it. That doesn't prevent advertisers from using it to sell more and more product. Okay, so is it a little bit cleaner? I have no idea, because it's so minimal between step 1 and step 2, or first and second application. I can't even tell. And if you look, I mean, see, this is the problem, is you look in these seams and it's like, okay, maybe from 50 feet away this would look perfectly clean, but guess what? Johnny customer isn't going to be inspecting it from 50 feet away. It's going to be more like 2 feet away. Okay, now I'm going to take my non-abrasive scrub pad. I literally get these at what is called the 99-cent stores. I'm pretty sure they're nationwide. You could probably get something similar at Target, Walmart, whatever. The real critical point is it's some kind of scrub pad typically used in the kitchen, and it's non-abrasive. The labeling will either say nothing other than a scrub pad, or it will say non-abrasive, or if it is truly abrasive, the packaging will indicate that. So my cheap non-abrasive scrub pad, I spray my super degreaser, and now I'm going to go over the area and finish cleaning it where the Lexol was unable to clean it. And like I said over here, I actually had to go over this twice. So if you look, there's still some dirt lingering and hiding out in this, the seam, the crevasse, the texture, the grain, whatever you want to call it. So that's where I might reach for my scrub brush. And this is an OXO. I literally got this at Target. Sean Cody, I'm pretty sure you told me they sell them at the Container Store. So now I'm going to use the brush because the bristles will actually be able to get down into that grain a little bit better. And wow, check that out. We have true clean. Okay, a clean that cannot be achieved by Lexol. Sorry, all you Lexol lovers. Okay, just please accept its limitations. Does Darren think it's not a good product? He does. He thinks it's a great product, so long as you understand its limitations. So any detailer that tells me that they're using Lexol to clean leather, either A, has never had to clean any truly dirty leather, or B, has never actually cleaned very dirty leather to this level of clean, or C, just doesn't know any better, okay? And their customers don't know any better either. So one of those things has to be true, because I've been doing leather for just too long to know the difference between like this, clean versus dirty. Okay, so I can use Lexol all day long. Here's some more Lexol. I'm jizzing it up. Plenty on there, okay? And, you know, now I'm going to have people that say, oh, well, you didn't use the scrub brush. It's like, man, how many ways do I have to show this to you to show you that it will not get as clean? Now, unfortunately, you're not here in live, so you can't really see the true beauty or lack of it to see that Lexol, no matter what scrub brush I use, it's just not going to get it as clean. Yes, it is pulling up some dirt, okay? But it's not enough dirt, at least not in my world. That's the deal. So let me spray on some super degreaser. Scrub it. And yes, it's coming cleaner, but look I still have more clean left to accomplish. I can go to a higher level of clean. So this is where you have to pick the right tool, the right product, and it may require multiple applications, which is what this is requiring. This leather is pretty dirty, considering this is a fully custom car, and I don't know. I was surprised. Put it that way. I was surprised how dirty the leather is. So if you look, I don't know if it's going to show once again, I still have some dirt hiding out in the cracks. So I'm just going to continue to clean until I have just absolute perfection with this leather, because that's what I'm after. And there we go. At this point, all that we're seeing is literally the shadow that is being created from the texture. So the sun is coming down from this angle. Here's my little sundial, okay? So you can tell where the sun is because it's casting a shadow this way. That means the sun is that way. So literally anything that is showing up in this film or this video is literally now a shadow that's being created by the actual texture of the leather. It is seriously clean. Okay, I'm working my way through the leather. I'm working, where I did the test spot this way, and I just stopped right at this line so you can see the before. See how filthy this is, and now after. Now, who would not prefer this over this? Okay, it's a no-brainer. And guess what? I had to scrub this 3 times to get this clean, even with my Super Duty super degreaser. Okay, so once again, even my super degreaser, which isn't mine, it's Meguiar's, I just happen to choose it because it's so effective, and even that's not going to just magically cut through the grime. Okay, now check this out. Look at the side here. See how clean that is? See how dirty this is? Yes, there's some shadowing going on, but this is still in the sunlight, and you can tell because here's our exact line of demarcation. So now, as a rule, always test in an inconspicuous place first. What does inconspicuous mean? Well, that's just a glorified word for hidden, where it's not obvious. So maybe in between here, maybe on the back of the seat. But with that said, is you have to remember that just because a car manufacturer or the owner of the car says it has leather, that's a gross simplification. Why? Because the seating surface itself may only be leather. Everything else, like the side panels, may in fact be vinyl. So if you test here, it may not be the same as testing here. So that's where you have to really test the specific areas if you're worried. So for example, Dennis in Seattle, here I am because you've had multiple questions about using these products on the interior. No, I've never ever had them stain material, whether it was leather, upholstery of any kind, velour, carpeting, whatever. Staining, definitely not. Now, could you possibly use the super degreaser on some material that is not advisable? Yes, but that's where you have to determine that. All I'm saying is that I pick and choose based on the dirt that I have to deal with and based on the material. But even I myself have to literally verify each material because every car manufacturer changes their suppliers. Some seats, like I said, the leather is only on the seating surfaces themselves. The higher end cars, they'll have leather everywhere. Now this is a custom upholstery job with leather. So honestly, if I had to guess, I would say this is in fact leather all the way around it. The way it feels, I'm so used to feeling true leather versus vinyl. So my guess is that this is all leather. But regardless, I already know that my super degreaser has proven to be not only effective, but very safe. So there's my little disclaimer for all of you. Okay, the other side is all done. So I thought I'd bring you in case you want to see some more in action. How about if I worded that wrong? Not more inaction, but more action in action, in the process of action. So I spray my super degreaser, I scrub, I wipe, I check results, see if I got to go in deeper and cleaner, switching pads. And I'm using, I would say, some, pretty significant pressure. Obviously, I don't want to take the finish right off. So let's say if I had to guess, it would be about, I don't know, 4.5 pounds of pressure. How about that for an arbitrary number? Because I have no idea. I've never really measured on a scale to see how hard I'm pushing. How about if I just say I'm pushing hard enough? And that's what's difficult, because I could sit here and go back and forth and barely skim the surface, and you out there in video land have no idea how hard I'm pushing. So I'm just trying to give you some reference point. So honestly, I'd say about 5 pounds of pressure, if that means much to you. And you'll notice that I'm spraying directly onto the leather this time, because as I've tested and cleaned, and I know that I do not have to be overly cautious with this leather. I just have to get down to business and get it clean, and I can spray directly onto the leather versus on my pad. Not that that would make a huge difference, but that's where you have to finesse the moment sometimes. So I'm just going to continue working through section by section, panel by panel, until we have completion. Okay, so there is my Lexol comparison yet again. So thank you in advance. I hope you learned something today. Make sure you check the show more box below the video. I've got links to the different products. For all you out there, whether it's James Smothers, hey buddy, I know you got some health issues going on. You got a lot of people praying for you, myself included. To Frankie Ukaipa, to Sean Cody up in, I think it's Seattle. Buddy, I don't know where you live, buddy. And then, oh yes, Dennis in Seattle. And then, oh boy, I'm gonna forget your name in Hawaii. Anyhow, thank you guys, appreciate your support. So hopefully you're learning something, and I'm imparting some of my years of experience so you guys don't have to go do the same mistakes that I had to learn the hard way. Okay.